Hi friends, this is Carrie's Culinary Crafts, where we talk all things food. And today is July 4th, so I thought I'd bring you along. I'm not really having a big picnic or anything like that. My one son is still at school because he has to go back to classes tomorrow, so there was no point in him coming home for one day because he had to go to classes Monday as well. So it's just my husband and I. My son is over at his girlfriend's house, and I figured I would go ahead and smoke up some chicken on the smoke vault. This is the first time that I'm using it actually to cook. You guys were with me when I went ahead and did that, what do they call it? The initial burn to lock in the paint and stuff like that before you actually use it the first time with food. So today I'm going ahead and I am cooking up some dry rubbed chicken, and I'm using some hickory chunks to go ahead and smoke up this chicken. So I will bring you along with me throughout that process. Last night I went ahead and seasoned them. I didn't even think about grabbing the camera. I just used basic rub because I really want to taste the smoke flavor. So I went ahead and used salt, pepper, garlic powder, paprika, smoked paprika, and did I use chili powder or cayenne? I used one of those. I don't recall which one I used. I'm just going to bring you along with me through that. There's really no hands-on, once you've marinated it, and, I will stick it in the smoke vault. I will add the wood chips, the water, and get it started and everything. And then I pretty much let it go for like the first hour, and then every 30 minutes after that, I will check it. You just need to make sure that temperature of your smoke vault stays between like 200 and 250 in order to get a really nice smoke on chicken. So we will just come back and check it every once in a while, make sure the temperature's still good, make sure the chips are still good, and we'll give this a taste test later and see how it is. And I will bring you back for each step of the process. Okay friends, here I am just adding the wood chips into the water. You need to let them soak at least 30 minutes. I personally think probably the longer the better. If I would have thought about it, I would have maybe even done it. I think I want to try it overnight to see how that works, but I'm going ahead and getting this started. I'm not going to start smoking for about 2 hours, so this will be a pretty nice soak for these hickory wood chips. Now I added a little bit more water because there wasn't quite enough, and then I'm just setting a plate over top of them just to kind of keep the wood chips submerged under the water, because the whole purpose of this is getting that wood soaked, and because when wood is wet, it produces a lot of smoke. Okay, so first thing that we want to do is put our soaked wood chips. Now I'm using hickory for this chicken recipe. That's a And then in this next one, I'm gonna go ahead and put some water in there. That is to create the steam and smoke. And I turned on my propane. Now I'm gonna turn on my smoker. There we go. And I'm going to close this up. And I am going to wait until this gets between 200 and 250 degrees. And then I will go ahead and add my chicken. Okay, now that my smoker is up to 250 degrees, I'm going to go ahead and put my chicken thighs in there. Now these are bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. Salt, pepper, paprika, smoked paprika, some chili powder is the rub that I put on these. Now I'm going to go ahead and put them directly on one of the racks, and I'm going to do the skin side up. Okay, and you want to make sure that your chicken is not touching so your smoke can get to all the pieces evenly. Now we're going to go ahead and shut the door, and we're going to leave it for about an hour. Then after an hour, we're going to go ahead and check it every half hour after that. You want to smoke it until the internal temperature is 165. Now it's going to take a few hours to do this, but you just want to check it every 30 minutes. If you need to, probably at 2 hours, we will go ahead and flip it and do it an hour on the skin side down, and then I'll flip it back up so the skin side is back up again for like the last half hour or so. So I will bring you back in about 2 hours whenever we go ahead and check them, make sure the temperature's still good, make sure the wood chips are still good. If we need to add more wood chips, we will. But I had some pretty big ones in there, so I think we'll be okay for this whole smoking session. So I will check back with you in a couple hours. And with our smoked chicken, I'm gonna have a nice salad. I have some leafy greens here, plus there's some nice spinach over here that I have in pots. And I have some lettuce over in my green stock that I will be pulling those out as well. Here is a little bit of basil, which are growing very well. And then I have parsley over there. So what I'm waiting for is this parsley to get big so I can go ahead and make my first round of herb butter and get more parsley planted. I have oregano coming out the wazoo because I have it planted everywhere, and they are about 4-foot plants at this point. And usually with my herb butter, I will use basil, parsley, and oregano for my, and then garlic, of course, for my herb butter. Here is one of my oregano plants. As you can see, it is absolutely huge. And I don't mind that the flowers come on these because I have so much oregano that I just leave the flowers go, and then it'll reseed itself and come back next year. So the oregano comes the whole way over to here, and then we start getting into all different kind of mints that I have that go the whole way there. And I line up the whole side of the house with mint, different kinds of mint, chocolate mint, lemon mint, peppermint, spearmint. The nice thing about mint is it keeps critters away. And look, there's Flash. He's watching. Hi, sweetie. Okay, I am just coming and checking at 1 hour, and I am between 200 and 250, which is where we want to be. And there's my sweet baby coming to the door. He knew I was coming. Hi, Flash. Okay, I got some greens from my garden. I got a very small, it's a small romaine, but it'll work for the big crunchy part of the salad. Then I got several different leaf lettuces. I got some red leaf lettuce. I've got some green leaf lettuce. I got some dandelion greens, and my dill was doing really well. So I went ahead and cut a little bit of my dill off, and I'm going to put the dill in with the salad too. If you've never tried fresh herbs in your salads, definitely should try them. They are delicious. And if you're a person that likes dill, it's definitely really nice on salads. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of this cleaned up. And I'm going to let it I'm going to fill it up with cold water and just let it sit in here until we're ready. So that way it'll keep all the lettuce nice and crisp and everything. And if there's any dirt or bugs or anything, it'll all fall off and go down to the bottom. Also checked my cucumbers and got a couple little cucumbers from the garden. So we will have a nice salad with our smoked chicken on this 4th of July. I got lettuce and spinach from our garden, honey.